Hi guys, hey, this is Darryl with another video on how to use CorelDraw. This is from a customer that's needing to make a sign, and I hope you'll enjoy this and learn a little bit. And just let me know what you'd like to see in the future videos. If you need some help with the CorelDraw, give me a shout. There's going to be some contacts on screen and in the description at the end. So thanks a lot. Sit back and enjoy. Thanks. Bye. All right, here we are with another video. This is from a customer that they were needing some help on. So I'm going to run through it a little bit and show you how it's done, and it shouldn't be too long, and we'll have this all fixed up. So what you're seeing here on the screen is what he sent me, and you can see it's a round blue circle and a monogram type C, and the word and the name Chavez across the middle of it, and at the bottom established 2026. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the palette. You can see the palette here is 4 by 5. I'm going to just change it to 10 by 10 just so I can get it all in the center. So let's all we got to do is come up here at the top left, and we highlight that and type in 10 inches, and then 10 inches there, and hit enter. And now we got the palette as 10 by 10 and the piece in the center. And let's just make sure it's in the center. Select it. Well, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm just going to leave it like it is. Okay, so basically what he wanted was this back piece is going to be one solid circle, and then he wanted the C and the Chavez to be another layer above it, and he wanted to be able to interchange, put the Chavez inside the C, kind of like you would blocks in a kid's puzzle. And then the established 2026 wanted to be curved in the middle, and then up here wanted some names to be curved on the outside. So let's just get started. So the first thing I like to do is I need to select the whole thing, and let's hit the plus sign on the keyboard. That makes a copy of it. Up here in the nudge factor, and your nudge factor may be, distance may be a different position, but mine is sitting here, and I can change it without having to click off things. Sometimes you'll have to click off of everything before you can click on it up here, but the way I've got it done, all I got to do is select it all, and you see it disappeared up here at the top, but I've got it over here also by itself. So anyway, I'm going to select that. I'm going to move it over. Let's see, that thing is 5.157 by 6.275. So let's just make it just 5 inches. We'll nudge it over more if we need. So I've got that selected. I hit the keyboard left arrow button. Oh, I didn't get it. I'm going to hit a plus sign again, make sure it gets copied, and then nudge that over. So there's my copy, and we'll be working on the one here in the middle. If we mess up, we'll have this one on the left to make sure, go back to where we were if we need to. I always like to do that. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to select, let's see what that is selected. That is the whole C selected. There's another one. So we don't need, okay, we don't need that one. Let's delete that one. And let's pick the Chavez. Oh, we got 2 of those. We only need 1. So let's delete that one. And let's just make sure. Oh, we got 2 of those. Select that again. Okay. I'm just deleting the duplicates. I may have done that. I don't know, but let's just make sure. Okay, that's another duplicate. Select that one again. Move it. Okay, it's good. Okay, so one thing he wanted to do is establish this 2026. He wanted it curved with the circle. Well, you can see it's a little off center. So let's fix that. First off, I'm going to just click this circle, and I'm going to hit P. Make sure it's in the center of the page, and it is. It doesn't. You don't really actually have to do that, but sometimes it helps. Excuse me. So now I'm going to click the Establish 2026, and you see it's in a different format of text. So I'm going to right-click that, and I'm going to convert it to artistic text. And you can see what it did. So from then, let's we hit P, put it in the center of the page, and then I don't want to do that, because if in case that's exactly where he wants it, that's where I'm going to leave it at. So I've got that selected, and I'm going to hit text, fit to path, and then you'll see what it's done. But look what it did. You can kind of see here in the middle, it's upside down. I don't want it upside down. So I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to select the text again, and I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to mirror it left to right. And then I'm going to go back to text and fit text to path. And it's still not right. Look at that. I still don't like it. So I'm going to flip it another time. So let's hit escape and go back up to, select it again. And this time I'm going to flip it, mirror it vertically also. So there we go. Now it's completely upside down and backwards if you look at it right there. So I'm going to select it, hit text, fit text to path, and now look what it's done. So I'm just going to get that lined up down here. You can see that little red line appearing. It might be a little hard to see. I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Again, so select this and go to text, fit text to path, and now you can see it's where we want it. So you see that little red line up here, that tells you it's in the center where you want it. So I'm going to bring it down until I get it even with that, have the little red line in it, and click, and there it is. Easy as that. Now while we're at it, he wanted to put some names possibly up here as a curve. So let's just make some text. And this one is Times New Roman 16 points. So I'm going to hit my text tool, click here. I'm just going to say name 1, name 2, name 3. Oops, name 3. And let's just for fun, let's just put a dash between each one of them. Whoops, sorry about that. Can't type. And I'm going to space that out. All right, so now I'm going to select all of that. Just click on it 3 times, it selects it all. And it's Arial, so that was my default font. So let's go back to Times New Roman and make it also 16 points. Hit enter. So now what are we going to do? Well, now let's go back to the selection tool. It's got it selected. Let's go to text, and we're going to fit it to path, fit text to path. And this time we don't have to flip it around because it looks like it's correct. So we'll just put it as close as we want it. And you see that red shows it's in the middle. And if you want it a little further out like the other one is, then you click it there. And there they are, curved, ready to go. All right, so that part's done. Let's go to the monogram part now. So you'll see when I select that, it is still text. So what I want to do is I want to convert that. Let's go to Object, and we'll convert that to curves. So there it is. That's now a curve. It's no longer text. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the Chavez. Well, you can see, I'm going to go back to Selection Tool. It's Lucida handwriting. That's the font. Well, I'm going to change all that to a curve. Let's go to Object, convert to curves. So now it's no longer a font, it's curves. And I'm going to click this button up here with my left mouse button and unfill all of this. So you can see how the overlap of these letters right here. I'm going to get rid of that by clicking on the virtual segment delete tool, which is in this group. If you click that little arrow, you can come down to it. If it's not showing on yours, click it. So click that one to cut it out. Click that one to cut it out. And then let's do the same thing over here. And then these two are also overlapped, so let's do the same thing there. Okay. So now what I want to do to make sure I don't have any other problems, I'm going to come here and I'm going to fill it. So let's go Smart Fill tool. He had it magenta, I think, so let's go back with magenta. That's the RGB magenta. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. And then I'm going to fill these letters. And I'm going to nudge them over to the left after I do it. There's those three. And then there's those. So then I'm going to just move this out of the way to the right. Okay. So now these are still separate from each other. So he wanted to be able to slide this Chavez into the large C that he's going to do. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's just select, first off, let's make another copy of these. Select both of those, hit the plus sign, and move them to the right. So now we got another copy of that in our intermediate steps. So now let's select both of these, all these again. And this time we want to, these, you can see the Chavez is on top of the C. So what we're going to do is we come up here after you select them both, and you see all of these. There's combine, there's weld, and go all the way down here to the bottom, to the right, and it says back minus front. And if we do that, click that, you see what it did? It cut out the part that was overlapping. So you got the Chavez, the C cut out here, and you got the little pieces of the H out there. So we can go back to where we copied this, and this is one of the reasons I copied this. And again, I'm going to copy that one again, hit plus. Now that fits right there where that C has been cut out. And hit plus on that one and slide it over. And you see it fits in that little slot where those are cut out. And then I'm going to click this one and move it over. Nope, hit plus sign and then move it over. Okay. Now that's one way to do it. And if I select all of these and okay, let's just do it one at a time. Now they're back to the center. Now so what we're going to do when he cuts this out, if he uses this font, he'll either have to bridge these together to have them in one piece, or just carefully lay them out by hand. Now these two, this will fit in the C, this will fit in the edge of the C. All we have to do is line up the EZ to this by hand and glue it down, or whatever, however he's going to attach it. And that's basically it. I mean, we're pretty much done. You know, this name is jumping into the edge of the C. Well, one way we can move that further out, or we can make the font smaller, or, you know, there's several options. So if you go ahead and so I'm going to go ahead and select all of this again, and I'm going to hit the control button and the G button. That's going to group them all together. So now if I accidentally click on something and move it, it all moves together. And we're basically finished. So there's that one. I've got another one to show you here in just a minute, but it's going to be a separate video. So if you have any questions, send them, you know, you can either call me, or there'll be information at the linked to where you can call or email or comment. Please share and subscribe if you haven't already, and like it. And please comment also. I I need some people to comment so I can know what people want to see. But anyway, that's the end of this one. Thanks a lot. Bye.